Hello?
Hi, Ned.
Hey, detective. Any leads?
Oh,
According to Joseph, the St. Louis Historical Society has been scrambling to get the Royal Palladium declared an historical landmark.
And that would prevent the demolition?
Right.
So what's the holdup?
Joseph thinks someone downtown is stalling.
Maybe someone who wants the demolition has been greasing some palms.
Probably. It's a shame because Joseph seems to think they're close.
I wonder if this kidnapper is just trying to buy a little more time. What does Mr. Falcone have to say about the Historical Society?
He was pretty cynical. Said the whole process was a bunch of hocus pocus.
Perhaps Mr. Falcone is using cynicism to disguise his true feelings.
Harry Houdini must have been quite a character.
What makes you say that?
Oh, it just sounds like he was so generous and passionate about his craft. Everyone loved him.
Any theories yet on what he did with his half of the theater?
No, but I highly doubt he was generous enough to give his half back to old J.J. Thompson.
That wouldn't have been an act of generosity anyway. It would have been a lapse in judgment.
Bye, Ned.
Bye, Nancy.
all right.
Hello.
Bess?
And George, too. What's new, Nancy?
When I spoke to the police about Maya's press pass, they said that Nicholas is known for using extreme tactics, and that he might even have been involved in a staged kidnapping last year in Nashville.
You don't think Maya could be mixed up with him somehow, do you?
No way. Maya expresses her politics by writing about them. You know, the pen is mightier than the sword. She and Nicholas Falcone don't even speak the same language.
I think you're right, George. But Sergeant Ramsey said I wouldn't have any credit with the police if I joined forces with Nicholas.
Who said anything about joining forces? After all, he's still a prime suspect. But that doesn't mean he's not a valuable source of information when it comes to the theater.
She's right, Nancy. As long as he continues to shoot off his mouth, you want to be around to take notes.
Simone has called a press conference. I'd like to hear what's being said, but I get the feeling I'm not welcome.
Bess, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Here's what I'm thinking. When has the lack of an invitation ever stopped Nancy Drew before? Is that what you're thinking?
Bingo!
So you think I should just barge right in?
Better yet, why not just listen in? That way you know things that Simone and the others don't know you know. You know?
Bess has a few rocks in her mouth. But she's right. And besides, there's another good reason to keep a low profile.
I know what you're thinking, George. When the cats are away,
The detective mouse will snoop.
Ah, you have a point there, ladies. This might be my only chance to get some,
insight?
yes, some insight into the lives of my suspects. Good idea.
We're full of them. Right, Bess?
Chock full. Bursting at the seams. We're practically ideaphoric.
When I arrived at the theater this morning, someone had delivered a funeral wreath.
What?
Isn't that creepy?
You don't know who it was from?
It was from the kidnapper, I assume. The note said something like, wouldn't you rather stop the demolition than plan a funeral?
Since when do kidnappers have the time to special order flower arrangements?
Apparently this kidnapper isn't afraid of the limelight.
Look at the bright side, Nancy. If you find out who sent that wreath, your case is as good as closed.
Wreath, I feel like could have been Simone, just trying to capitalize on the kidnapping. Oh yes.
Ladies, I need a hint.
Sorry, Nance. We're fresh out of ideas.
Nothing that a few cookies won't fix, though. Call back soon.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Keep up the good work, detective.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Okay, so the idea is to listen into the press conference
I
somehow.
got the number. I left it in the ticket booth. This woman isn't a Houdini herself. She's the widow of one of Houdini's cousins.
But it couldn't hurt to give her a call. I'll get right on that.
Oops. Anyway, He left us a number to call. She is the inheritor of Houdini's half, it sounds like.
Okay.
Alright, let's give her a call.
And see what we can find out.
Yep.
Yes, hello.
Hello, is this Eustacia Andropov?
Who else would it be? Everyone else is dead.
Oh, Mrs. Andropov, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm trying to find out some information about Harry Houdini. Is it true that you're his cousin?
Who wants to know?
Oh, I beg your pardon. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case in St. Louis.
Harry was only my cousin by marriage, but my husband is dead, and so is Harry. So I guess that makes me nobody's cousin. Satisfied?
I'm researching Mr. Houdini's ownership of the Royal Palladium Theater. Would you know anything about this?
He owned it. Half of it anyway, for a few months. Then he died. Does that help?
Do you know what happened to his half? Did he sign it back over to J.J. Thompson?
Return it to James Jehoshaphat? Mr. Stupendous? Not on his life. Losing that man was Harry's greatest escape.
Did someone in Houdini's family inherit the theater?
Harry made a plan to give his half of the theater to someone he admired. A young magician, I assume. Perhaps a protege. I remember my husband telling me this.
Can you tell me anything more?
More? I'm 96 over here. I don't exactly have time to burn.
I know it was a long time ago, Mrs. Andropov, but this is terribly important. My friend is in danger, and finding out what happened to Houdini's half of the theater may be my only hope of saving her.
Call the Library of Congress. Ask about the Houdini collection. There must be something in all of those letters. You tell that Sherman Trout, Eustacia said. You're not dead yet, Shermy, so get up and make yourself useful.
The Library of Congress. You don't happen to have that number, do you?
Well, I should have this letter from Shermy around here somewhere. Cat food coupons. Vincent Jacuzzi repair. Dear Eustacia. Here we go. Library of Congress, Washington, D.C. 202-555-5000.
Thanks, Mrs. Andropov. You've been a great help.
Save it for my funeral.
Save it for the funeral. Okay. So now we have to call the Library of Congress. Oh boy. Oh, I did it wrong already. That's with a 1. It's outside of our area code.
Manuscripts.
I'm trying to reach Sherman Trout, please.
Speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Mr. Trout. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case that involves Harry Houdini and the Royal Palladium Theater in St. Louis. Eustacia Andropov recommended I call you.
Ah, yes. Eustacia was most helpful to us when we were assembling our Houdini collection. I presume you'd like to have a look at it?
Yes, please, Mr. Trout. I'm very interested.
Fine. Well, you'll just need to register with the library when you get here and fill out a request for the materials you wish to view. When your request has been processed, the materials will be delivered to one of our reading rooms where you can view them.
Mr. Trout, please let me explain. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to come to Washington, D.C. to do research. I'm hoping you could help me find a document.
Well, Miss Drew, I'm sorry if you have logistical constraints, but please understand my own limitations. The Library of Congress currently holds over 40 million items, contained in 10,000 separate collections. It's the largest and most comprehensive library in the world. I simply don't have time to run research errands for the individual citizens.
Mr. Trout, if I don't solve this case in a matter of hours, the building I'm standing in will be demolished and an innocent 19-year-old girl, a friend of mine, may lose her life. You may be my only hope.
Why is your friend in danger?
She was kidnapped by someone desperate to save this building from demolition.
And what can you possibly be hoping to find in the Houdini collection that would help matters?
Mr. Houdini was part owner of the theater, and I'm trying to find out who inherited his half or what became of it when he died. I'm hoping Houdini might have discussed it somewhere in his personal documents. If I can prove that the current owner is not legally the full owner, then maybe I can get the demolition stopped and save Maya.
I see. Well, this sounds urgent. I suppose I can take a look.
That would be such a help, Mr. Trout. If you find anything, could you overnight it to me at the Royal Palladium?
Well, I certainly can't send you the document itself. It's a historical artifact now. But I could send you a slide. What's the street address there, if I find anything?
It's 1330 Washington Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63101. Please send the package in care of Nicholas Falcone or myself, Nancy Drew. I can't tell you how grateful I am, Mr. Trout. You might just be a lifesaver.
Miss Drew, I assure you, Sherman Trout is a man of his word.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Awesome. So we got somebody doing us a favor. All these missing posters. Amazing. Yeah. Such a reflection. We talk to him again.
Did you call? What's the story?
Sure did.
Go on, spill it.
She didn't know much, but she gave me the number of this guy at the Library of Congress who has access to the archives of Houdini's letters.
And what did they say?
Sherman Trout is on our side. Keep your eyes peeled for a special delivery.
Way to go, Nancy! You're on fire!
Can you believe Brady's agent has called this press conference to trump up his heroics? She can barely even remember Maya's name.
Don't worry, Nancy. This cowboy will be on the scene with a megaphone in each holster. I guarantee you the press will get more than they bargained for.
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
All right. Why don't we can just talk to people, see if they have anything noteworthy to say.
Watch out there, Nancy. That projector's crumbling like a prehistoric cookie. Hey there, Nancy.
Gotta go now.
He has nothing
Chin up.
new. Let's see if we can talk to other people here. Oops. Is he back?
How are you holding up?
There we go.
Thanks for finding Maya's press pass. Where was it?
I found it in the basement. I mean the balcony. It was the balcony.
Amazing.
Great job on the posters, too. You market yourself like a real pro.
Please, Nancy. It's not me.
I guess I should have my eyes checked. I could have sworn that poster was all about you.
It's Simone. She's relentless. I'm just a hostage on her runaway bus.
That's funny. I don't see any gun to your head. Just a wad of money dangling in front of your nose.
It's more complicated than you think. Listen, I've got to get ready for this press conference. I'll talk to you later.
So he probably knows more than he's leading on because he straight up contradicted himself.
Yeah.
He was like, I found it in the basement. I mean the balcony.
How about Fancy Jackson? It's a little disco, but I think you could pull it off.
Brady seems uncomfortable with some of your, tactics.
Oh, he's just whining because I made him chop off his ponytail. I don't know what's gotten into him with this free will thing. I told him, you can't even dress yourself, kid, but if you want your blockbuster career to crash and burn, go ahead, manage yourself.
Why would my client have free will?
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
Oh. Nothing new.
Okay, folks, we're about to get started here. Mrs. Mueller and Mr. Armstrong will do their best to answer all of your questions in the time allotted. But let's proceed with good manners, shall we?
Thank you, all, for coming. I'm only sorry that the circumstances of our meeting are not more festive. Wouldn't it be nice if we were all gathered here today to revel in the blockbuster success of Brady Armstrong's new movie, Vanishing Destiny? Wouldn't we all prefer to turn our attention to record ticket sales and the squeals of delighted fans across the nation? But, alas, we have come together today over tragedy, not triumph. I've called this conference specifically to let you know, and I trust you will take it upon yourselves to inform the world, that Brady Armstrong will not rest. The greatest performance of his career will not be unveiled until Maya Nguyen...
Hey, lady, you're breaking my heart. But isn't her name Maya Win?
until Maya Win is returned to her friends and family, safe and sound. Already, our real-life hero has searched this theater and uncovered important evidence. Already, he has driven 200 miles in a rent-a-car, no less, distributing missing posters to all the outer-lying regions of this great city. You see, Brady Armstrong is a hero and a regular guy, all rolled into one.
Ooh, I'm swooning.
Put a sock in it, Mr. Camouflage. And now, without further ado, I'd like to open the floor up to questions.
Is it true that the girl was at the theater to interview Brady Armstrong? What was the interview about?
Mr. Charmstrong, do you find your fans respond to you more in your chicken suit or in your curly wig?
Did anyone hear her scream?
Ms. Mueller, you're his agent. Chicken suit or curly wig?
Any speculation of where the kidnapper's hiding her? Where did this funeral wreath come from?
Isn't it a little unusual for a movie star to help with a kidnapping like this?
People, one at a time. Brady.
Well, with all of my experience on the silver screen, I feel well prepared to save the day in St. Louis.
Do you think the kidnapper is violent?
Mr. Charmstrong, have you ever thought about growing a mustache? It might really distinguish you.
Is it true you're offering a reward for the facts leading to Maya's return?
That's right. Autographed movie posters for anyone and everyone who comes forward with a decent lead.
Yes, is it true that that Detective Nancy Drew is on the case?
Yes, Nancy Drew is investigating.
Is she available for comment?
It's a difficult situation. You see, Maya is a friend of Nancy's, and the personal connection, well, it may be clouding the detective's judgment. She's really on edge.
Isn't anybody around here concerned about the welfare of this magnificent theater? There's more than one life at stake today, you know. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, press people, over here. If you want the real story, talk to me. Sorry, Miss Mueller, you'll have your photo op in a moment. Yeah, over here, down by my van.
All right. Looks like Nick tried to peel them away. All I got out of that was Armstrong should grow a mustache and wear a chicken suit.
Right.
And then they also mentioned Nancy, and then she just pretended like, oh, who cares about what Nancy thinks? Just putting it nicely to them. The conflict of interest, no. He must not be in her right mind. Very rude of her. He's not here again. He's still outside, I'm assuming. She might still be out there. Oh, because she's not there, I can go through her drawer. and pick up a bobby pin. Nice, I got a bobby pin. Go through her bag. Oh boy. Snoopy Snoop Snoop. Baroque. Ah, there's a chicken suit.
Yep.
Just needs a mustache. Aha! So he found it in the basement. Or she found it and gave it to him and made it the claim that he found it. So she could capitalize on it. Took a picture of him there. Holding it in the basement. Holding it up there. Balcony. Interesting. Oh, there's a passcode in here. Jake's Talent Farm. Here, Mama Centric's Wellness Garden. Aspect Ratio Studio. Happy Spines. Chiropractic. Oh, yeah, you can see she bought the flowers. Funeral wreath. Expensive. $300.
Yeah.
Nothing tacky. So I don't know what her passcode is. Oh, it's a puzzle. So I was like, do we just need to know what the code is? But it's a puzzle. Of course it's a puzzle. Look at that, I got it. No problem.
Welcome to my
PDA. Simone Mueller. Calendar. Lunch day and dry cleaning. Cast party. It's for today. So she's busy all day.
But she has nothing going on at 9 o'clock.
That's late at night though. She's gonna be gone. This scooping guy in breakingnews.net. Boy Armstrong at MuellerVision.com. Possible interview. Guys, I'm a huge fan. Oh, this must be from Maya. Yep. From Maya. There we go. And she said, yep, come on. Okay, it's just a bunch of back and forth. Fan mail. Okay. That's all the messages, I guess. Georgie Bear. Oops. Well, I went through that. I don't know if there's any reason for me to go back in. I didn't mean to. Oh, okay. I'm just in, I guess. That was easy. Yeah, I guess not. There's nothing left. So I think we got everything that we need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we already looked through that. So we did our snooping. We got everything out of her purse that we can get, her bag. We got a bobby pin. If we can do anything with a bobby pin. Now, we don't have a key for the other drawer, but maybe we can lockpick it with the bobby pin. I don't know.
I mean, unlock it.
I mean, Nancy Drew's got to be pretty good, right? At breaking into things.
It's locked.
There we go. Stage Technician's Guide. On the numbered keypad on the control board, enter a 6-digit security code. 121192.
21192.
Yep.
And do you want me to put security code?
No, just leave it like that. That's fine. It's for the control board.
Does that have to do with the control board?
I just said that. Yes. Press left and right power buttons to bring the power fader switches. Iron cages. Okay, whatever. Trap door. Oh boy. Secret rooms and tunnels. The trick chair. Elevator lifts. So there's a trick chair here. It goes down to the magician's room. Quick switch box. So I wonder if we can use the trick chair to go some other places here. Wherever the trick chair may be, I don't really know. I don't know of a trick chair. Oh. Mm-hmm. The light fell.
Nancy Drew, you're wasting precious time. Stop the demolition or you'll never see her again.
Okay.
What's all that?
I'm sure this can be repaired.
I don't think that. Like, that's pretty messed up.
I'm sure this can be repaired.
Yeah, that's nice, Nancy. Somebody just almost killed you. You're like, I'm sure it's no big deal. It's fine, right?
Can we find the chair?
Yeah, I don't know what trick chair it is. I wonder, is the trick chair
in the woman's dressing room?
No. But I am curious. Like, maybe it's an audience chair.
Oh.
That, you know, because sometimes you'll see like magicians end up in the back of the audience or something. Like they'll do their trick and then they'll be like in the back of the theater. Dimly. But no, I don't see that.
Did we go through that again?
Well, there's also upstairs. There's chairs everywhere. There's nothing there. Yeah, no. See if Joseph has anything to say. He's the only one around. Or is he not around? He's not around. Won't you look at that? I get to snoop.